Ever wondered what happens when the sun throws a cosmic temper tantrum? Our star occasionally launches massive storms that could fry our electronics, knock out power grids, and send satellites spinning. Let's explore this explosive solar chaos. Think of the sun as a massive ball of super-hot gas with a seriously bad temper. Sometimes it gets so worked up that it literally spits chunks of itself into space. These solar tantrums, we call them solar storms, are like cosmic hurricanes made of charged particles and magnetic energy. When these storms head toward Earth, they're basically like a billion hydrogen bombs worth of energy racing through space at 1,000,000 miles per hour. And here's the kicker. Our modern world, with all its fancy gadgets and power grids, is basically sitting in the potential path of these solar sucker punches. Pretty wild, right? Let me tell you about the day the sun decided to show Earth who's boss. September 1859. Telegraph operators got the shock of their lives when their machines started working without power. Some even shot out sparks, setting papers on fire. The culprit? A massive solar storm we now call the Carrington event. Amateur astronomer Richard Carrington spotted this monster brewing on the sun's surface just before all hell broke loose. The auroras, you know, those pretty lights usually only seen near the poles, lit up the sky so bright that people could read newspapers at midnight. Birds started singing, thinking it was dawn. If this happened today, our power grids would be toast, satellites would go haywire, and we'd basically time travel back to the 1800s. Here's the scary part. Our modern world is way more vulnerable to solar storms than we were in 1859. Think about it. We've wrapped our planet in a cozy blanket of satellites, power lines, and internet cables. All that metal? It's like putting up millions of lightning rods during a cosmic thunderstorm. When a solar storm hits, these systems act like giant antennas, soaking up all that chaotic energy. Your smartphone, GPS, Netflix binge-watching sessions, they all depend on technology that could get fried in an instant. A massive solar storm today could cost us trillions of dollars in damage and leave millions without power for weeks or even months. But don't panic. Scientists are working on early warning systems and protective measures. It's like building a cosmic umbrella for our technological world. Imagine your whole city going dark in an instant. Not just a regular blackout, we're talking about a solar-powered knockout punch that could last for months. When a solar storm slams into our power grid, it creates massive electrical currents that our transformers just can't handle. These transformers are like the heart of our power system, and they're super expensive and slow to replace. The really scary part? The bigger the power grid, the bigger the antenna it makes for catching these solar storms. The US power grid, it's basically one giant lightning rod stretching coast to coast. And get this, we only keep a handful of spare transformers around. If hundreds of them fry at once, we'd be stuck playing cards by candlelight for a very long time. You might think weather forecasting is tricky, but try predicting explosions on a giant ball of fire 93 million miles away. Scientists use a cool mix of satellites, telescopes, and some seriously smart math to track the sun's temper. It's like having cosmic security cameras watching our star 24/7. These solar forecasters can spot when the sun's getting cranky and about to throw a plasma tantrum our way. They measure magnetic fields, watch for solar flares, and track massive clouds of solar particles racing through space. The best part? We usually get about 15-30 minutes heads up before a big storm hits, just enough time to protect our most important tech. Think of it as a cosmic early warning system. Our satellites are like brave little warriors floating in space, playing an endless game of dodge the deadly particles with solar storms. These high-tech heroes have some pretty cool tricks up their sleeves. When a solar storm approaches, many satellites can turn away their most sensitive parts, just like you'd turn your back to a sandstorm. Others can switch into safe mode, basically taking a quick nap until the cosmic chaos passes. Some even wear special armor made of materials that shield against radiation. But here's the thing. Sometimes the sun's temper tantrums are just too powerful, and our space friends take a serious beating. That's why we're constantly improving their defenses, like giving them better radiation shields and smarter avoidance systems. You know that invisible shield that protects Earth from the sun's rage? It's our magnetic field, and it's basically the superhero we never knew we needed. Imagine a giant bubble made of magnetic energy, stretching out thousands of miles into space. This magnetic force field catches most of those nasty solar particles and redirects them toward the poles. That's what creates those gorgeous auroras. Without this magnetic shield, the solar wind would strip away our atmosphere like a cosmic leaf blower. But here's something wild. Our shield isn't perfect. It's got some weak spots, especially around the poles, where solar particles can sneak through. And lately, scientists have noticed our magnetic field is getting weaker. Yeah, that's a bit concerning, but don't worry. We're talking changes over thousands of years, not overnight. March 13th, 1989. The sun decided to show Quebec who's boss. In just 92 seconds, the entire province went dark. 6 million people suddenly found themselves without power in the middle of a freezing Canadian winter. The sun had fired a massive solar storm right at Earth, and Quebec's power grid acted like a giant antenna. Their transformers couldn't handle the surge. They overloaded and shut down faster than you can say, hockey puck. The blackout lasted 9 hours, but the chaos it caused, that stuck around for days. Schools closed, the Montreal metro stopped dead in its tracks, and airports turned into waiting rooms. This wasn't just a wake-up call, it was a cosmic alarm bell blaring at full volume. Want to know what's happening behind the scenes to keep our techs safe from solar mayhem? Countries worldwide are stepping up their game big time. The US has a special task force that runs simulations, like fire drills but for solar storms. They're installing surge protectors on steroids in power stations, and building special transformers that can take a cosmic punch. Japan's got satellites dedicated to sun watching, while European countries are linking their power grids in clever ways to spread out the risk. Even private companies are getting in on the action, creating backup systems that can kick in faster than you can say, solar flare. It's like we're building a planetary insurance policy against the sun's worst days. Let's talk about our cosmic insurance policy against solar mayhem. Scientists are cooking up some seriously cool solutions. They're designing new power transformers that can shrug off solar storms like they're no big deal. Space agencies are launching advanced warning satellites that'll give us precious extra minutes to prepare when the sun throws a fit. The coolest part, engineers are developing something called rapid disconnection systems. Imagine a giant off switch for our power grid that can react in seconds. We're also burying more power lines underground and creating smart grids that can isolate threatened areas faster than you can say solar flare. It's like we're building a giant cosmic shield for Earth piece by piece. Thanks for joining me on this wild ride through space weather. If you want to stay updated on more cosmic chaos and scientific adventures, smash that subscribe button and share this video. Let's keep exploring the universe together.